Hi, everyone. We're just about to get started on Insight Timer. Come join us there. Hi, everyone. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, Brandy. We'll get started in about a minute, so feel free to have everything you'd like to use for practice, your yoga mat, blanket, blocks, strap, anything that supports you in your practice. Feel free to say hi in the chat. We'll get started shortly. Let's do a little sound test also. I'm actually going to grab something to hold this headset in place a little better. All right. So let's do a sound test. I'm going to stand back here. Let's make sure you can hear me clearly. Hi, everyone. So while I'm back here, can you hear me well? If I'm speaking quietly, can you still hear me? That's always the marker if the correct mic is plugged in. So how's our sound, friends? Okay, wonderful. That's what we're going for. Great, great. Just adjusting this headset a little bit here. And as a reminder, if you are not on Insight Timer, I invite you to join us over on Insight Timer to be part of this interactive experience. And as a reminder, if you're not on Insight Timer, I won't see any of your comments because that's, again, Insight Timer is where we share our practice. All right. Hi, everyone. Hi, Marie. Hi, Neil. Hi, Kara. Hi, Jen. Hi, Elizabeth. Great. So we will have, we'll just do one more sound test and we're going to get started. We're going to have Soul Rising's music today. And as always, I like to have it at a volume where you can hear it, but that it's not too much for those who would rather not have music during their practice. So if I'm standing back here, how's that sound? Does it sound like it's a decent balance for you? Not too loud, but audible. Hi, Daryl. Okay, great, Neil. Okay, great. Thanks, everyone. Perfect. All right, wonderful. Well, just a brief intro, and then we're going to dive in. Hello, welcome. My name is Selena Lael. This is a Vinyasa yoga asana practice. Yoga is so much more than the physical practice. So the asanas, the postures, are one aspect that we'll focus on today. In our other sessions, our satsangs and things like this, we focus on other aspects of yoga, meditation, awareness, and so much more. So today we are in an intermediate practice, meaning I won't be breaking down the cues the way that I would for a beginner experience. All are welcome to be here. My invitation for everyone is to honor your body, listen to your body, rest as often as you need. If what I'm doing isn't comfortable or you're not familiar with it and you don't feel comfortable or safe taking on the pose, please don't. Yeah, it's especially important when doing online or virtual sessions to back off rather than push or force if you're not confident or comfortable in something. It's not about looking like my body looks. We all have different bodies. Yoga is union. It's really about this experience of you with you and with all of life. So, with that, I invite you to have anything and everything you would like to use for practice. I guess just a couple other practical notes. I have mini recordings here on the app. I lead live sessions each week, physical sessions, movement sessions, and also meditative sessions and introspective sessions. I also have 2 courses, One course is yoga practices for a peaceful life, and the other is our self-love course, Awaken My Heart, a guide to living with self-love. So with that, I'm just enjoying your little bobbing profile pictures. I thank you for being here. This is a 60-minute practice, and our 60 minutes will begin once I go over to the mat. If you need to leave early for any reason, I invite you to please take time for Shavasana. Shavasana is such an important and powerful integration pose, so please make sure to honor your being in that way. Last but not least, when I'm over at the mat, I can't read your comments. So if there's some kind of a technical issue, just throw a whole bunch of emojis in the chat, and that will alert me to come back over. All right, I think we're ready to go. Again, if you're not on Insight Timer, I invite you to come to Insight Timer so you can be part of our interactive experience. It's a free app. It's a wonderful app, and we get to be together in community. All right. I guess I'll have a block handy just in case. I don't often use props because not all of us have access to them. So, all right. Let's come to a seated position on the mat. Excuse me. Sit tall. Roll the shoulders up and back, down a few times. And just relax them back and down. The chin is slightly tucked. The hips are heavy. Start to deepen the breath. If you're familiar with Ujjayi Pranayama, you can engage this ocean-sounding breath. Allow the body to be still for these next few moments. And in this stillness, start to observe what's happening inside. Observe the mind, the emotions, the physical sensations. And if you can, practice viewing your inner world as if you are an outside observer. You're not there to judge what's happening inside. You're just noticing. When I slow down, this is what's happening inside. I don't need to judge it or try to change it. Slow, deep breaths. Slowly bring the palms to touch at the heart center. Feel the sternum, this bone in the chest, lifting up into the thumbs. This aliveness starting to wake up inside. We'll take a deep breath in and then we'll chant the sound Om. There are so many benefits to chanting Om. I won't go into them right now though. So let's take a deep breath in. Bow your chin toward your chest and set your sankalpa, your intention for practice today. Beautiful. Let's slowly open the eyes. Inhale, reach the arms wide, lengthen up, shoulders drop down, palms touch. Exhale, bring the hands back to the heart center. I'm breathing in and out of the nose. Inhale, reach the arms wide, palms up to the sky, lengthen. Exhale, and if it feels okay on the neck, you can follow your hands with your gaze. I'll do this 2 more times. Beautiful, beautiful. Hands to the knees. Inhale, chest forward, tailbone back. Maybe lift the chin a little. Exhale, press the spine back behind you. Tuck the tailbone forward. Inhale, chest forward, tailbone back. Look up. Exhale, spine presses back, chin toward chest, tailbone forward. A little seated cat-cow here. Beautiful. Make your way to a standing position. We're going to start today with Surya Namaskar A and B. It's really important if you have a lot of tension in the back body or if your core hasn't been conditioned very much. It's really important when we're doing all of this up and down in our sun salutations to draw the navel toward the spine. This is for everyone, yes, but especially if you have this kind of tension or your core isn't really very conditioned right now, it's really important, or I should say it can be very helpful to protect your body, to bend your knees. So as you reach up, there's this length, and then as you reach down, you hug the navel in, you bend the knees to come forward. And the same thing when we make our way all the way back up. Bend the knees, bring the weight into the heels, draw the navel in, and press into the legs, press into the feet to rise up. So there isn't this strain of a flat back, uh, period. So yes. Standing at the top of the mat, the big toes are pointing forward. They're parallel. Draw the navel toward the spine. Feel the crown of the head lengthening you up. Palms touch at the chest. Micro bend in the knees here. Let's avoid any hyperextension. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen up. Exhale, bow through center. Option to bend the knees. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, fingertips to shins, long spine, this navel still engaged. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower down knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, and then come up cobra with the pubic bone on the mat, or upward facing dog with the thighs completely off the mat like this. Make your way back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Draw your navel toward your spine. Look forward, see that the creases of the wrists are parallel to the top of the mat. Root down through the base of the index fingers and thumbs. Chin is slightly tucked now. Crown of the head reaches down toward the fingertips. If you have a lot of tension in the chest or back body, bend the knees here. We'll all press the chest back toward the thighs. If your heels are comfortably on the mat, gently draw them apart to start to activate the legs. And then one last cue for your awareness. Allow the inner elbows to start to roll forward while maintaining the contact with the first fingers and thumbs on the mat. We'll take one more breath here. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees and step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Press into the feet. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up, lengthen up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Draw the navel in. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, fingertips to shins, shoulders pull back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, and then lower down to the knees or through chaturanga. Come up, upward facing or cobra, and make your way back. Downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths. Find all the little cues that serve your body in this pose. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step. Lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, option to bend the knees. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, swan dive, draw the navel in. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Let's stay here for a moment. Micro bend in the knees. Draw the navel toward the spine. Shoulders pull back. Really lengthen here. Rock the weight into the toes a little bit. Beautiful. And if your arms are bent here, it's possible that your spine is hunching here. So as much as you can, straighten, lengthen the arms. We all have different bodies, yes, so it'll look different for each of us. See if you can find that length. If you're still working on really warming up the core or your conditioning, you can keep the knees as bent as you need here. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms, bend the knees, step, or lightly hop back, and then move through your transition. Again, if you're choosing Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog, I invite you to have the thighs completely off of the mat. Press into the tops of the feet. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Draw the navel in. Option to bend the knees. Shoulders pull up away from ears. Breathe. 2 more breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up, draw the navel in, lengthen. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Surya Namaskar B. Bring the big toes to touch. Heels are slightly apart. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, sink the hips, reach the arms up. Utkatasana. Exhale, bow through center. Fold forward. Inhale, it's half lift and lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step. Lightly hop back, lower down through your transition, or you can always skip the vinyasa if it's too much for you and just come to downward facing dog. Bring the big toes to touch. Inhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Option to keep the back heel lifted and join me in a lunge, or go the traditional route and lower the back heel as we come up for either crescent lunge or warrior one, your choice here. This is more stabilizing for my pelvis, so I always choose this. Exhale to touch down. Lift the back heel. If it's down, step the right leg back. Move through your transition. Open the chest. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Big toes touch. Softly step left foot through between the hands. Option to lower the back heel. Inhale, up, crescent lunge or warrior one. Exhale, touch down. Left leg steps back. Move through your vinyasa, cobra, or upward facing dog. Exhale to make your way back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Big toes touch, sink the hips down. Inhale, Utkatasana, rise all the way up. Palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Sink the hips back and down. Reach up. Utkatasana. Exhale to bow through center fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back. Move through your vinyasa. Softly step right foot through. Option to keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, crescent lunge of Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back. Move through your vinyasa. Softly step the left foot through between the hands. Option to keep the back heel lifted. Inhale, open. Exhale, touch down. Step the left leg back. Move through your transition. Three slow, deep breaths in downward facing dog. So again, one reason I have this listed as intermediate is because I don't break down each of the poses. Part of this is just to give you more time to be with yourself, more silence. One more breath here. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop. Big toes touch, fold forward, sink the hips down, reach the arms up. Utkatasana, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart, beautiful. One more round of Surya Namaskar B. Big toes touch, heels are slightly apart, draw the navel in, sink the heels down, reach the arms up. Utkatasana. Exhale, bow through center. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, draw the navel in. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back and then lower through your transition. Inhale. Exhale. Step the right foot through. Option to keep the back heel lifted. Draw the navel in. Open. Exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back. Lower down through your transition. Come up cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Softly step left foot through between the hands. Option to keep the back heel lifted. Inhale. Exhale, touch down. Left leg steps back, move through your transition. Adho Mukha Svanasana, 3 slow, deep breaths. Chest presses back toward thighs, crown reaches toward fingertips. Hug the navel in. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Big toes touch. Sink the hips back and down. Rise all the way up. Exhale, palms to the heart. Take a moment. Just the way that we did at the beginning. Notice your inner world. Be the observer for a moment. Slow, deep breathing. Recall your sankalpa, your intention. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up, lengthen. Exhale, draw the navel toward the spine, bow or dive forward. Inhale, half lift and lengthen, long spine. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, high plank. Lower through your transition or just come to downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Draw the navel toward the spine. Really lengthen here. Press the chest back toward left thigh. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Let the toes fall behind. Lift the knee a little higher. Beautiful. Inhale, lengthen, square the hips. Option to stay here or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. We'll do this one more round if you wish. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Draw the navel toward the spine. Arms alongside the body. Keep the front knee bent. Back heel is lifted. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Bend the back knee to tilt the tailbone down. Draw the navel toward the spine. Then begin to press back through the left heel. Very nice. Inhale, lengthen up. Keep drawing the navel in. Draw those lower ribs in. Exhale, twist open to the right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, sink a little lower. Exhale, twist. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Option to stay here or reach your right hand down for the back of your left thigh. Breathe deeply. One more breath here. Inhale, reach both hands center. Exhale, touch down. Step the right leg back. Option to move through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. Feel what's happening inside. What is moving? Emotions, energy, sweat. What is happening in your inner world? Big toes touch. Inhale, the left leg up and back. Keep the hips square to begin. Lift the leg a little higher. Draw the navel toward the spine. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Lift the knee a little higher if that feels good. Inhale, lengthen the legs, square the hips. Option to stay here. Or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. One more round if you wish. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Last time. Inhale. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, softly step the foot through between the hands. See that ankle is more or less below that knee. Draw the navel in, arms alongside the body. Inhale, rise up. Bend the back knee. And you'll see, well, you might be able to see it, but you might feel it more. The reason we have this little transition here is because many of us come into these poses like this. There's this big, is this an arch? I always forget which direction is arch. There's this big arch in the back. There's this big curvature, and it's easy to strain and not really engage the muscles to support us. So what we do here is we bend the back knee so we can tilt the tailbone down, draw the navel in so we have this nice length in the lumbar spine. And then from here, with that length, we start to press back through the right heel. Inhale, exhale, twist open to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Smile, lift the corners of the mouth. Exhale. Take a couple of breaths out of the mouth if that feels good. 2 more. Inhale. Last time. Inhale, center. Exhale, open. Beautiful. Stay here, or if you wish, softly, gently touch your left hand for your right thigh. Reach the right arm up. One more breath here. Inhale, both hands reach center, both arms. Exhale, touch down. Step the left leg back. Move through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths. Let's take a deep breath in together. Exhale through the mouth. Draw the navel in. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. One more breath like this. Inhale. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Fold forward. Press into the feet. Option to bend the knees. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Anyone getting a little warmer? I am, but that's not too surprising for many reasons. Palms touch at the heart. We'll just continue on here. Yeah, right. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Draw the navel toward the spine. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, plant the palms, step, or lightly hop back, and then move through your vinyasa, or just come to downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the right leg up and back. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Option to stay here or bend the left knee. Reach the right toes down behind you. Flip your hips up and over. Right arm reaches along the right ear. Wild thing. Inhale, reach your right hand down. Kick your right leg up. Option to stay here or exhale. Knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, left elbow. Option to stay here or extend the right leg through. Be to the outer edge of the right foot. Roll to the inner edge of the left foot. Lift the left arm up. Press the hips up. Maybe left arm comes over ear. Breathe. Lift the hips a little higher. Love you. Left hand touches down. Kick the right leg up and back. Inhale. Exhale, softly step the right foot through between the hands. Keep the back heel lifted. Draw the navel in. Inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge. Bend the back knee. Tilt. Draw the navel in. Then begin to extend. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen both legs. Exhale, bend the front knee. Reach the elbows down. Keep drawing that navel in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open, elbows wide, palms forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, sink down. Beautiful. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sink down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, beautiful. Stay here. Draw the navel in. Draw those lower ribs down. Feel this space. This is so rare we hold this kind of a position with the arms. And it's so important to wake up aliveness, confidence, receptivity, passion, just at this physical expression. Inhale, reach the arms up, stay low. Exhale, touch down. Lower the back knee. Option to fold your mat over here for support under the left kneecap. Excuse me. Inhale, hands to the front thigh. Press yourself up. If you have blocks, this is a great time to use your blocks for balance. You can have one block on either side so that your arms are comfortably extended. If you don't have blocks, you can play with balance. So let's bring the hands to the hips or the blocks, extend through the front leg. You can flex the right foot if that feels comfortable. Draw the navel in, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge forward. Hands can stay to the hips, the blocks. If you have gorilla arms like me, you can bring them all the way down. Just make sure there's no pressure on the knee or pressing down on the leg so that we hyperextend it. Inhale, lengthen. Now drop your right hip down. We tend to hike that right hip up and forward. So feel like it's dropping down. Right toes point up to the sky. Excuse me. Draw the navel in. Chin is slightly tucked so the back of the neck is long. One more breath here. Excellent. Rock the weight forward. Come back into your low lunge. Lift the back knee. Step the right leg back. High plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Make your way up. Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a pause here. Maybe just come down to the knees. I need to just relieve my nostril. So take a moment here. Excuse me. We've been having a little extra ash from the neighboring island volcano these days, and it causes some kind of allergy reaction. Okay. Thank you. Let's find our way back into downward facing dog. Big toes touch. Inhale the left leg up and back. Draw the navel in. Bend the knee. Stack the hips. Open. Option to stay here or bend the right knee. Touch the left foot down behind you. Flip your hips up and over. Wild thing. Left arm along the ear. And you can always extend the legs or keep them bent. Lift the hips up. Breathe. Lovely. Inhale, left hand down. Kick the left leg up and back. Option to stay here or exhale, knee to nose, high plank. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow. Option to stay here or extend the left leg through. Roll to the inside of the right foot. Lift the hips up. Reach the right arm up. Maybe the right arm comes over the ear. Beautiful, everyone. Keep rooting down evenly through the left palm. Lift the hips a little higher. Right hand down. Kick the left leg up and back. Softly step the left foot through between the hands. Beautiful. Draw the navel in, arms alongside the body. Inhale, rise up. Bend the back knee, tilt the tailbone. Draw the navel in, then begin to press back through the right heel. Arms reach up. Inhale, rise up, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the front knee, open the elbows wide, palms forward, draw the navel in. Inhale, rise up, lengthen, shoulders are relaxed down. Exhale, open wide. Feel like this is really a sense of saying, yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to be more alive. I'm ready to move through this funk, whatever it is. Let your physical body and your energetic systems create something new for you right now. All right, last one. Beautiful. Stay here. Draw the navel in, open the chest. Maybe you have an affirmation you like to say. I am alive. I am passion. I am joy. I am saying, yes, I am here. I am lovable. I am worthy. Just say it now. And if you can't even just like yell it out, like I am alive, whatever it is. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, touch down. Lower the back knee. Option to fold your mat over here so you have some support for the back kneecap. I have a nice thick Manduka mat, so I don't need that right now. Let's bring the hands up to the thigh. Again, this is a nice time to have blocks available for balance and support. Draw the navel in. Hands either to the hips or if you can reach the blocks. Let's extend through the left leg. Left toes maybe point up to the sky if that feels comfortable for you. Long spine, navel towards spine. We hinge forward. Hands are to the hips, the blocks. maybe the floor. And again, here, we often come into these poses like this where that hip is really lifted. So feel that hip dropping back and down. So you find this length on the left side of the body. Left toes are still pointing up to the sky if the foot is flexed. Chin is slightly tucked. Back of the neck is long. Breathe deeply. Allow a space between the teeth so the jaw can relax. Beautiful. Rock the weight forward. Let's come back to our low lunge. Tuck the toes under in the back if they're not already. Step your left leg back. High plank. Lower through your vinyasa or just come to downward facing dog. 3 slow, deep breaths in Adho Mukha Svanasana. Draw the navel in. Inhale, look forward between the hands. Exhale, bend the knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, fold forward. Press into the feet, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Beautiful. Just take a moment here in Tadasana, bring the feet underneath the hip bones. Big toes point forward. Feel like there's a thread in the top of your head, lengthening the spine up. Tailbone relaxes down to a neutral position in the pelvis. You can open the arms a little if that feels good. Palms face forward. Chin is slightly tucked. Micro bend in the knees. Mountain pose. Slow your breathing down and feel as you inhale that your breath is coming all the way down through your nostrils, all the way through your central channel and into your feet. And as you exhale, maybe there is this sense of expanding or the breath moving back up to your heart. Recall your sankalpa, your intention. Feel it inside in your heart. Lovely. Stand in a position that allows you to have enough space behind you to extend a leg behind you. I'll probably have to move, but I'll start here with this. Bring the weight over into the right foot. Spread the toes if that makes any sense for your anatomy. Draw the navel toward the spine. And then see if you can bring your left knee up. You might want to play with balance a little bit. Or maybe you're comfortable just to bring it up and interlace the hands in front of the knee. Again, in this position, drop the hip down. So that left hip drops down so the pelvis is neutral. Micro bend in the standing leg. Let's roll through that left ankle a couple of times if you're up. Change directions. Excellent. Draw the navel in. Chest reaches forward gently. Nice length here. Beautiful. And then we'll play a little bit. So one option is to stay here or wherever you are. The option for play here is to release the knee, extend the leg forward. Oh, just a little bit of heat here, a little bit of fire. And then hands to the hips. Keep the leg straight. Swing it behind you. Keep the pelvis nice and squared here. As you swing the leg back behind you and hinge forward, coming into Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Hug the navel in. Flex that left foot so the leg is very active. Both legs are very active. And drop the left hip down so that the hips are square. Beautiful. Press into the standing leg to come all the way up. Give a little shake. A little shake in the shoulders. Lovely. Second side. Weight over in the left foot, spread the toes if that makes any sense. And then you can play with your balance here by just touching down, or if it's comfortable, bring the knee up, interlace the hands in front of the right knee, and then drop the right hip down so the hips are square. Let's roll through the right ankle. Relax your jaw, maybe even take a few breaths in and out of the mouth. Help some of that energy move in your central channel. Change directions. Lovely. Draw the navel in, chest reaches forward a little. And then option to stay here, or we'll play a little bit. Extend that right leg forward, release the knee. If possible, feel this fire, this aliveness, this strength. And then hinge forward as the leg comes behind you. So you see we're keeping a nice flat back here, and we're just hinging at the hips. Right leg lifts up. Flex the right foot and then drop the right hip down so the hips are square. Hands can be to the hips. Draw the navel toward the spine. Chin is slightly tucked here so the back of the neck is long. Breathe deeply. Lengthen the spine so the crown of the head reaches away from that back foot. Press under the standing leg. Rise up. And shake it out. Beautiful. Let's just make our way down to just come to all fours. If you need some support for your knees, this is a nice time to have a blanket right here if you need that. I don't recommend folding the mat over because we're going to move a little bit here. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath hips, so we have some nice space to work with here, yes? Bring your right knee all the way up to your right wrist. Now, as always, if there's ever any sharp pain, I would say that's your body saying no. So please do not ever do something if there's sharp pain. If there's stretching discomfort, that's another thing, right? And that's for you to gauge within your own body. And if you know you have any knee issues or you know that pigeon pose doesn't work for your body, I invite you to take figure 4 or reclining pigeon on your back or anything that you wish that doesn't bother your body. If you're here with me, walk your right foot over so that your foot is in front of your left thigh. And you might need to play with how you get it there, but just make sure that foot is kind of in front of the left thigh. Now, before we come down, tuck your back toes under, lift the left knee, and wiggle that leg back. So we're starting to create length on the front side of the body rather than just plopping down and our spine being twisted and our hips being all off-centered. From here, if your either hip is lifted, actually, if your right hip or your left hip is lifted, I invite you to keep it lifted. You're welcome to have maybe a block or a blanket for support if that feels more comfortable. But I invite you to keep whatever's lifted because it's probably what is keeping your hips square. Option to stay here or begin to walk your hands forward and bring the torso closer to the mat. From here, you might wish to use soft fists or your hands to create a pillow. And again, if there's any pain here that's not just a sensation of stretching, I would invite you not to do this. Allow space between the teeth and the lips. Relax the jaw, soften the throat. Slow, deep breaths here. For some of us, we might find that right hip is hiked up again. So you might play with the sensation of allowing your right hip, your right glute region to drop a little back and down. See if that feels like it's creating more length. Slow, deep breathing. Sometimes we find in this kind of a pose that there's a lot of emotional agitation that gets stirred up, and then the mind might even get really stirred up too. So if you're finding that sense of fire or emotion arising or resistance arising, I invite you to take a deep, deep, full breath in, like you're just filling your whole body with this life force. And then exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Just let this energy move. We hold so much inside. Give yourself permission to feel. Give yourself permission to release this. It's okay to make sound. It's okay to just let yourself be. We'll take one more slow, deep breath here. If you're forward, slowly walk your hands in to come upright again. Tuck your back toes under to bring the back knee in closer. And bring your right knee over to meet the left. Let's take some circles with that right knee. Change directions, just a few in each direction. And release it down. Rock the hips a little side to side. And then we'll move on to the second side. Bring the left knee up to the left wrist. If you chose a different pose, you can, of course, do the second side in that pose. Walk your left foot out in front of the right thigh. No pain in the knee, yes. Tuck your back toes under. Lift your back knee and then wiggle that foot back so you lengthen the front side of the body. Keep the one or both hips lifted if they are. See how there's this space here. You can tuck something under that lift if that makes it feel more comfortable and supportive. And you're always welcome to do whatever you want, but many of us, we come into this pose and we drop off onto one side, and then we're crunching one side of the body and the spine's not in alignment, and sometimes that's not the best thing for us, yes? So we find this nice neutral spine. Option to stay here. Begin to walk yourself forward. You can again use your hands, or if you have a block, for a headrest. Slow, deep breaths allow a space between the teeth and the lips. You might notice that one side feels much tighter than the other or looser than the other. Relax the shoulders. Is your mind trying to distract you from being here, from feeling discomfort? Feel that left hip dropping back and down. What would it be like to be fully present with yourself right now, just as you are, truly right here with you, accepting of you, curious about you, present with you? Take one more slow, deep breath. If you're forward, use your hands to support you coming back upright. Tuck the back toes under, bring the back knee forward. Bring your left knee over to meet your right. And again, take a few circles with the left knee. Go the other direction. Bring the left knee down, rock the hips a little side to side. Kind of flow a little bit here, so kind of let the spine also come into the movement. And then let's make our way onto the back. Oh, it's so good to practice together. It's been some time, yeah. It's been like a month since we've really practiced together. It's so nice. Let's bring the knees into the chest, rock a little side to side. We'll take about 1 minute for yogi's choice. So if there's any posture you would like to do, we'll take about a minute. So you may wish to take an inversion or maybe a twist, happy baby, anything that feels good for your body. I think I'll take a brief twist for anyone who wants to join. If your body's asking for something else, go ahead and give it that. So you can open the arms to the sides and just allow both knees to fall over to the right. We'll just be here for a few breaths. You can turn your gaze over the left shoulder to bring that twist into the full spine. I never lead inversions. I guess I shouldn't say never, but I don't think other than maybe like using a block to lift the hips a little or legs up the wall. In these virtual sessions, we don't do inversions just because if someone's not fully confident or comfortable, let's change sides, bring the knees over to the left. Then it can be a not good situation. Yeah, it's easy to injure ourselves if we're not confident or clear about what we're doing. But if you're comfortable and confident with your inversions, I definitely recommend giving yourself that gift. Start to wind down. If you're twisting with me, let's come back to center. Hug the knees in one more time. And then extend the legs down the mat. Take the feet wide. Allow the toes to fall out to the sides. If you're still completing your other pose, feel free to come and join us when you're ready. Arms alongside the body with the palms facing upward. Tuck the shoulders under if that feels good. And then wiggle and shake your whole body like you're trying to just wiggle out any agitation, discomfort, itchiness, the need to fidget. Just kind of shake it out gently. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle every part of the body. And then just let it go. Let the toes fall out to the sides. Let the legs feel heavy. The hips and the pelvis sink down into the earth. The whole torso just melts down. The arms and the hands become heavier. The chin is just slightly tucked so the back of the neck is long. The head and the face are relaxed. Close your eyes. Notice your body breathing. And then just let your breath be. In Shavasana, we let go of all of the control and the need to react. can you allow yourself to rest in stillness? Maybe even remembering, I am so much more than this physical body. I am so much more than these thoughts and emotions. I am light. I am sound. I am vibration. I am all of life. The thoughts pass like clouds, nothing to hold on to or figure out. You are expanding more and more, even beyond this physical body. I am light. I am light. I am light. I invite you to stay here in stillness for as long as you wish. If you're ready to complete, slowly deepen the breath and move the fingers and toes. Feel, I am light. I am an embodiment of light. Allow this movement to roll up into your wrists and ankles. Really feel your body moving rather than being on autopilot. Inhale, reach your arms up along the ears. Exhale through the mouth, stretch from your fingers to your toes. Bend your knees to roll over onto one side. When you're ready, use your hands to come up to a seat with the eyes closed. Offer yourself gratitude for choosing yourself. And bring the palms to touch at the heart and complete with our closing chant. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu 3 times. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May all beings and all of creation be happy, peaceful, and free. And may the peace that we cultivate in our practice spread out into our lives and the world. Let's take a deep breath in to begin. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you. Thank you, friends. I'm very grateful to share practice together, to be together in this way. Thank you so much for your presence. Thank you so much for your donations and supporting me in my life. I'm so glad, Kara. Namaste. Wonderful, Lisa. Thank you all for being here. And thank you again for your donations. It means a lot to me. Let's see. I will open my phone to look at our schedule. Our next times together. What is this? 8 a.m. Oh yeah, on Tuesday. So what is that? That's 1 p.m. Eastern. We'll have another practice like this on Tuesday, 1 p.m. Eastern. And then next week we'll have our community satsang 2 hours earlier. So we've kind of been playing with back and forth times with that. So our community satsang will be at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday. And then we'll be here again next week at the same time for our Vinyasa Flow asana session. Thank you all so much. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Anything you'd like to share before we complete? Anyone just want to say hi before we sign off? Mm, I'm so glad, Sylvia. So glad. Thank you, Daryl. I'm grateful for you. Vivian. Hi, Rob. Thank you. Thank you for your love. Yeah. And oh, yeah, we have a group, Love Heals All. All are welcome to join us there. It's just a nice space to be in community, to share, to receive support. And of course, so many of us now are doing the self-love course. If you're not doing that with us, I warmly welcome you to join us. It's just been so special. Almost 3,000 of us are in that journey together now. It's called Awaken My Heart, a guide to living with self-love. It's right on the app. And it's included if you have the yearly membership. So that's nice, yeah, that all the courses are included. Okay. Oh, I'm so glad, Daryl. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's such important work for our freedom, at least for me. Okay, thank you all. Enjoy your day, your night. May you practice presence. May you practice just taking in whatever the moment is. So much of our experience of suffering is simply because we resist what is. So, how can we find presence? How can we practice acceptance? How can we find gratitude? And sometimes it's obviously not easy to access those feelings or ways of thinking, but we can continually practice it and it eases the suffering some. Yeah. So I love you. I love you with all that I am. You are light. You are love. You are life itself. And we are one. We are one. I look forward to being together again next week. I look forward to being with some of you tomorrow for the Awakened Woman. And that's it. Enjoy. Be gentle. Be kind with yourself. We need that. We need that so much.